A shotgun snap for Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And a Las Vegas first down.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Christian Kirk, 88 yards, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Raiders 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Stafford. And a slant hauled in by Ruggs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, here's Stafford. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining 1st quarter of play. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. From the red zone now, Stafford. Flushed out right. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to number 11.
Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes in this 1st quarter. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
13, Broncos 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. He'll let this go deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
To Henry
A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. In his end zone, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Throwing is Stafford. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Intended for Noah.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Block. And that'll be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Rolling to his right. He'll let this go deep. And this is caught at the 20.
If it don't matter, it's okay.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And Waller taking it in over the middle. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And 15.
Third and long. It's Stafford. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he lost the football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath, as now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing. So under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard. But I will guarantee you, the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
To number 15.
From 4 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Raiders 35. Broncos 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll go up top here. He's got a man. Complete. 20.
Another
10,
day, another dollar, baby.
All the way home for a Broncos score. K.J. Hamler with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Raiders 35. Broncos.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Lock. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just down 2, right? So field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 8-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
But what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice block. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Clock now on first down. That's going to be caught by Judy. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Now Locke again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Let go defense. Let go defense.
Again, it's Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On fourth down, Stafford. He'll let this go deep for Rupp. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big play there for the Broncos on third. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Lock. They're going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Broncos 46, Raiders 42.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The end result, 21 yards.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
Ready. Blue 60.
Now Stafford. Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. That one good for 37 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Christian Kirk with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
46. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Max Crosby in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To throw his lock. He's got his tight end fan. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And that is incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. You got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Lock to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
60.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Stafford. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete on the deep ball. A.J. Boye on the coverage.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Broncos, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the L.A. Chargers.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
defense.